So what's the feeling to be seeing yourself in action, entrepreneurial action, on TV? Who is that Bruno? Let's start with that from Lexi.
I thought that I would be more embarrassed, but I'm not.
Why to be embarrassed?
People don't like looking at themselves, I guess, back on this TV screen. So I guess that was it. But I think that we were really portrayed in a very positive and light and lightish light, like perspective. Like it seemed to me that like me and Christian didn't have any like.
That's reality. Oh, both of you should sit then.
Yeah. Do you want to join?
I must go immediately.
Okay.
Bye, Sanya.
Bye.
Yes, I really like the way that we came across on camera. I think that I mean that is true and that is our nature. But I didn't like believe that will come across as it did.
Yes.
So I really
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes. And you shouldn't be modest. It's reality. So you can say we were wonderful. It's good. The camera.
Yeah. We were.
Yes, that's it. What did you discover about yourself that you weren't aware of?
About myself that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
Did I speak differently when I speak in English? Like that, for example, in Croatian, I usually don't have that kind of intonation and like choice of words. So I think that kind of language maybe made me seem a little bit different, but people won't notice it, but I kind of do. So that was kind of interesting.
Yes, good. Good. And in the whole process, like if let's say just people can see your eyes, what emotion those eyes can describe? Like what was the feeling during the whole filming process of this episode? Your emotion.
Do you mean that during the challenge, right?
Yeah, during the challenge.
I would say if I had to choose one, I would say it was like confidence, because I believe in Lexi and what we do like so much. As I said, that's like the foundation is communication, and everything revolves around it, especially in this day and age. And especially once I found out that the client would be the bank, and like we are in the banking sector. So I was really confident that we will do good.
Good. And usually who is doing the sales in your team with those banks? Like what's the I never asked you that even in the challenge.
Yeah.
So who is selling to banks usually?
Usually it's Boris. It's our other partner. And basically the way that we used to do it before Lexi, like we had a successful copywriting or behavioral copywriting agency called Behave. And the way we would do it with the client is that we would get like a meeting with them, and we would show them like their version of texts, and then we would psychologically analyze them, what is good about the text, what is bad about the text, and then we would show our proposition. And then usually the visual and content difference would be like huge. And like nobody could argue against it, and since it was a no-brainer, we would get a client, and like department by department, team by team, we would go into the bank. So that's kind of similar process today, is that we usually show, okay, right now you're like you need a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of people to produce something, and that what is produced isn't on the level that you want it to be produced. And also people like write differently, so it's not like a unique brand tone of voice. So hey, you can use like Lexi to write a psychologically sound and brand like, how do you say it, brand specific tone of voice.
Yes. And now pointing to that, do you feel like you could have done something better in that sense, like either in the investigation process, in the preparation? or the execution where you presented.
Can I just think for a moment?
Yes, of course.
I honestly don't know, because I got all the information that I needed from the bank. So I was
Your
never
investigation was
yeah,
right, you feel?
yeah. So I was never like, oh my God, I should have asked them this, not that. Like everything was on point. I really liked how we handled the collaboration, like me and Dora and the other colleague. And I really liked how it showed that Dora had like one idea, I didn't get it, but afterwards I got it, and I kind of understood and let go of my initial idea. So during the collaboration, I think that went on really, really good. I honestly, okay, maybe here is one thing. It seemed to me when I watched myself back that I maybe overcomplicated the process of getting to the text. It was like 7 steps or 8 steps. And even though in my mind at that time seemed very, very simple, and we kind of agreed to like focus on the product, maybe that was like too complex. Maybe I should have like done it like in 1 or 2 or 3 steps, or just shown the output or something like that. But that thing was too complex. But
Yes, do you remember, because even though you weren't there, but you watched the episode yesterday, the comments of the judges? Which one do you think it stood up? Because that's a comment, and there was one comment specifically that it's aligned with what you said.
I cannot remember which of the judges, but I know that yesterday, I think that I agreed with the part that, oh my God, I cannot remember the names.
It doesn't matter. There was a judge that said that you showed your product, like you were informing them without building a case, proper business use case for them. So the product is great about this, even the tagline, how fast, and that's why I asked you how, and you just mentioned Boris did it, and now you also pointed that it's that maybe you overcomplicated the way they will come, and you said that Boris, how he sells is that he chooses their tax instead of some hypothetical, and then try to guide them. It shows something that they've built, because there was marketing in the public there, so tax that they've built, and you show how you can do it, and then it's a very good black and white scenario how they can do better, even though they might not be aware what are the steps behind this 7 steps where you describe, etc. So one of the judges, and I also don't remember, I think it was either Kale or Maria, I'm not sure, like the specific use case, as in a sense of, oh, this is your text, because you are taking their ideal buyer persona but not their text, like immediately to see this huge difference. Because I remember once you did with our website, on your pitch, and I loved it as a client, you showed our website and then you showed how Founder Games could look with Lexi. It's huge difference. It's like that I'm not blind to understand that it's
I agree with that, especially because the product like keeps evolving and all of those steps aren't really relevant right now. So I focus too much on the things that is kind of like ever evolving, and focus too little on the thing that actually makes a difference, which is a psychologically sound text.
Yes, end result, like the benefits at the end, like, oh, this is
maybe that's the most important part that kind of like sticks out.
But they were thinking between you and Daydream, so you two were the competitors, very close, like very, very close.
That is very, very funny, because yesterday we were looking at that, and like there was a part like where the Hulk Bank folks kind of figured out like who is supposed to win or whatever.
Yes.
They were commenting like Refine, they were commenting, I don't know, whoever else. And at their last sentence, I believe, was like, okay, number 4 and 3 are definitely disqualified. And we were like, okay, Lexi and Daydream are the winners. But unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yes. So that's why I'm telling you. So you and Daydream, they said, okay, these 2 are disqualified. So it's either Lexi or Daydream. And then of course, we cannot show that because on the trial, the judges need to announce who won the challenge. But then on the redemption round, they decide based on the defense. So they don't decide based on the challenge, based on the defense, traction, etc.
Yeah, understood.
And this is like, So how did you felt that now, even knowing, because you really realized that, you were so close, but then you had to leave. And then Kiki came, he wasn't part of the preparation also and execution. So it was hard task delivered upon him to just defend something that he wasn't even aware. What did happen here? I don't know. So it's like they are giving feedback. So what was then in your mind? And I see that you watched it together.
Yeah.
How did that go?
That was really funny, looking at Kiki being like thrown in there because he had no idea how that like a trial would look like and what is he supposed to say and stuff like that. So that was really, really funny. But I don't know, I don't have any like what do you say, like regrets or ill will or anything like that. Like as I said in the interview, I was really, really happy with what I did. I saw it yesterday, and I don't know. I feel really, really good about what we did there.
Yes.
So it's okay.
And it was, I mean, in reality, founders, and that's what I'm pointing, not about you feeling bad or good, but that sometimes you need to make choices that are, anyways, if you left and no one showed at the redemption round, anyways, you would lose. So it's better to have another member of the team to at least try and defend. So the chances of him succeeding were higher than you not showing up, of course. So it's and the third option is you not going to, where were you going?
India.
On already bought ticket. So that was also a big option too, in the sense of. So did you experience some similar situation like this that you would like to share, like paradoxal business-wise, if you have any idea, like when it happened, something similar like this in the business?
Well, a lot of the times, but it usually went our way. But a lot of the times, like, I mean, a lot of the times, throughout the years that I've been working with Boris, like there were like cases where he would like build a client, talk to them about getting a meeting or whatever, and last minute he would like had to go on a trip or something came up and I had to fill in. And those times were usually stressful times because I wasn't like in the project or whatever. But like we are kind of good with what we do, so kind of it all goes smoothly.
Yes, and Boris wasn't also there. I know that he couldn't also come. So it was very complicated situation. And at the end, you sent your tech guy, which is also very brave of him. Even he showed, he started defending. So
it's definitely not his type of, not his cup of tea. Definitely.
But it speaks about the team. So my next question would be about the team. Like, what do you feel like this showed about your team capabilities? So you, Kiki, but then also Dora, who, by the way, during Founder Games, she became your fiance. So that's also interesting.
We didn't film it, unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. It would have been good, but we didn't. Yes. So how are these, because as you said, like you listened to her, she gave feedback. So what are these team dynamics and you as a team player, how you would explain yourself and other founders to understand your personality and identify with it, or don't identify? It's just we are trying to put some frameworks of leaders.
Yeah. But a lot of my like team, like how do you say it? Like team playing, like intelligence or maybe rules, principles, or however you want to call it, come from actually like working a long time with Boris, because Boris is one of the like he's really unique in how he deals with people. He really, no matter who you are, no matter if you're like in the firm like a month or 7 years, he will give you the exact same attention and consider your suggestion, objection, question, comment in the exact same way he would consider any other expert. And when he listens to you, he's truly interested in what you have to say, and literally has no judgment about it while the person is speaking it. So I'm not that way. Like he's way better than me. But I learned how to listen to people, and I don't think necessarily that I always have to have the answer. And I think that's two of the most crucial things. Like, I don't have to be in charge, or my word doesn't have to be last. And just like listen to other people, and it's then as a team leader or whatever, it's up to you to make the choice. But you have to be open to hearing other people and giving them space to express themselves, to have their wins, to have their maybe losses, so they can learn something. But I think that's the most important part. Like, my job as a team leader is to kind of like mediate the conversation. Like, I may have some ideas in my mind, but like it's important to reserve those ideas like for the end, or to maybe throw them out in the group brainstorm. But yes, that's it.
Good. And now coming to this, you've mentioned is that sometimes you learn something, and I love that part because there's always a gain. So now, seeing from this perspective, what do you feel that you learned and what Kiki learned?
From the whole experience, actually, not just from the
from this episode. No, just from this episode, let's say.
This episode, okay. From this episode, I think that I just have to be. I don't have to be as nervous before the public speaking event or whatever as I usually am. Because
really,
you
are nervous.
Yeah. Because it always kind of goes smoothly, but I usually don't have a chance to look at myself back. And everything like went fine, and maybe that kind of comforted me, maybe for some future events or whatever.
Yes. And I guess you cannot speak about Kiki because he's not here. You don't know what he learned from it.
Yeah, I can tell you that yesterday when his part came on the show, he was like this. So I'm not sure if he heard or saw anything.
Yes, okay, but it's good. What he learned then means that either not to show, but he's a team player. He really wanted to cover, not Lexi to be eliminated without having a chance to defend. So
yes, that's correct.
Oh, he learned when he's covering for his teammates just to cover his eyes. That's it.
But still show up.
Still show up, but just cover. It's good. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, sometimes we do what we gotta do. That's it. And it's entrepreneurship. We don't want to do our daily. It's sometimes you just need to help with someone else's fire somewhere, and even though it's not yours, you have to, because it's part of the thing.
That happened because like Christian was I believe he was in skiing or something like that,
Yeah.
So we kind of like switched places. I can't remember right now, but it was
Yeah.
like last minute or something. He went for like the last 2 or 3 days or something like that.
Yeah, I remember he also was sick and everything. So I remember
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't even in the best
yeah,
best feeling. So but good.
yeah,
That speaks a lot about team.
yeah.
What is something that you want to share now from the whole experience that you had? So something that you feel like it wasn't clearly put on the camera, or maybe we didn't have a chance to film it. Something that it somehow impacted you along the way, still from this Founder Games experience, either with this challenge or now even from the beginning. It doesn't matter.
I would say 2 things came right to my mind. The first one is for maybe starting entrepreneurs or somebody who already has a startup and wants to like grow bigger. I would definitely recommend you go to accelerators and surround yourself with like-minded people, such as you guys from Networker, or go to events like Founder Games and stuff like that, because not only do you get like advice, you get like a lot of education, you get like this experience, you meet people. But one of the most important parts that me and Dora always talk about when we like reflect back on the Founder Games is that we always like return to Croatia like hyped up. Like we kind of, because we are so like deeply involved in the lives and the other products of like-minded people, and they all have the same attitude. Like nothing seems impossible. Like everything seems
Yeah.
like, hey, we can do it. We can do it. We know the people. We can like look at them. They are doing it. Like somehow the entrepreneurial path seems very, very possible and like very natural. But and if you don't like, if you don't renew that kind of feeling, you can quickly end up in your old ways, like maybe being surrounded too much with pessimism, or like people who are always just looking for ways that something cannot be done. You go to Founder Games or something like that, where you're just like surrounded by people who are all like, yes, of course we can do it. Like it's possible.
I couldn't agree more. I understand what you're saying. Also, me as founder, I was always missing when all of you left, because it's like this feeling where all of the founders are here, and everyone that is building startups, just whole community of, as you said, people, like-minded people, but also people that just think for the future, not about the past, not about even the present. We enjoy the present, but we think about the future. So the conversations are different, and everything is doable, and failure is normal. So it's immediately like acceptance, because that's what we want. At the end, we're not just these small kids that want to be accepted and not to be different. And usually working startups, it's a bit different. It's not what most of the people do around you in the regular life. So that's why everyone needs to find their own tribe of people, either digitally and connect somehow, or do this
Yes,
wrap
it
up.
comes off on you, especially like, for example, we got really close with Miloš, and he is very, very like very enthusiastic, very active, very, very like he makes you, for example, just one person can make you feel like in a sense supported, or in a sense safe, that whatever you're doing, like you have somebody to talk to, somebody and everything. So like one person is enough, maybe. Especially when you're surrounded with 20 or 30 people like that. So I think that those like we did, for example, the other part, we didn't know that companies like Networker like exist. Like we didn't know that companies whose sole job is to help startups
Community,
exist. We didn't know that. So like just exposing ourselves to Founder Games, like we also found out stuff like that. We didn't think about it at all. But like if you're a starting entrepreneur, there's definitely like a lot of people and a few places where you can go to for support and for guidance.
Yes. And I also, a birdie told me that you have a good news to tell regarding Lexi, something with VC.
Ah, yes. Yes.
It's not a birdie, it's actually a very tall guy told me.
Uh-huh.
Told
Uh,
me that you closed something that good news.
Yeah. Well, two pieces of good news, I believe.
Oh, there's another one. Good.
Yeah, because we got funding from the EU, which was about 150,000, and then
Ooh,
by
that's
the
great.
and by the I think the beginning of the next year we'll get the first 500,000, and we are planning to do another round of 500K to like
Great.
yeah.
What about the 500? I didn't know about you, but it's good.
Yeah,
Okay. So I
yeah,
love it. That's okay. Very
yeah.
good. I will read 3 sentences. You just finish them as a closure, okay?
Okay.
The first one, the founder games taught me that.
Lexi is the best.
Nice. The hardest, and yeah, I like it without so much thinking. Like, just go. The hardest part of selling is.
Nerves.
And if I hold a snake in my hand now, and Founder Games is on, I will look where?
At the founder games. I have no fear of snakes anymore.
That's it, right? Okay, because I remember that I have fear, but you decided not to look in the snake. So it's like, you will keep wondering. Okay. You still do the same, even though the fear that decided to, you'll just let the snake exist, then you'll watch Hunger Games.
Yes, ignore the problem. That's the recipe, people. Ignore the problem.
Watch the show.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you
Welcome.
so much, Bruno. I enjoyed the time with you. And
Yeah, me too.
I have a great stay. I know that you're at Web Summit now, so
Yeah.
do the most of your stay there. Enjoy. And say hello to all of your team there.
I will. Thank you so much, Sana. Talk to you soon.
Yes. Bye.